let's take a look at the fprintf. To do that, I've built this code up, which is just asking for two values, which are two sides of a right triangle. I'm then applying those into the Pythagorean theorem. So I have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I square root it down here to get my hypotenuse. What I'd like to see is not just a raw number come out, but more description from the code so I understand what I'm reading. So I'm going to select run, and I'm going to type in 3.5 and 4.5 for my inputs. It then is going to display for me the hypotenuse is 5.701, and it does it with this fprint here. And the fprint is supplying me a string that I can embed both variables and commands in. And it's saying the hypotenuse is, and then this percent sign is saying, hey, go get the first variable listed, which is hypotenuse. It's saying also more than that because the .3f means that it is floating 3 points past the decimal. 1, 2, 3. The last part of this with a -n is just saying end that line and go to the next line. And so we can see that we have 5.701, our 3 points past the decimal, and it goes down here to the next line as it terminates. Let's run it again real quick. 3 and 4, and we can see that it did the same thing. It gave me the hypotenuse, and this time with it being 5, it still gave me those 3 points past the decimal. Let's look at another one. In this one, I'm just adding two numbers together, and I'm just trying to show you how an fprint deals with multiple values or variables. So in the fprint, we're going to sit there and it's going to say the string is the sum of, go find a value for a variable, which is value 1, and go find another value, equals, go find another value, and then in my line. So if I run this, I'm going to use 3 and 4 again, 3 enter and 4 enter. And so when I'm reading my fprint, it says the sum of this value, so I go out and I find the first one, which I see as value 1. And I'm going to find the variable value of it, which is 3, and I'm going to apply it back. So it's a 3, but we're also having 2 points past the decimal for floating, and so I get 3.00. And %d, that just means I'm returning just a decimal value. This is my second one, I'm going to go to my second variable here, which is value 2. I see that it's 4, it comes back and I apply that in. My last one, the equals 7, is equals, and then I've got my third variable here, it goes out, it finds sum, and I apply that in. And so another interesting thing I can do is I can actually change the file identifier on this, which really just means I can make the text come up red rather than standard black and have it more look like a warning. So we're going to go ahead and run this again. So I can do 5 and I can do 6. And we can see it's done the same thing, but this time I put this little 2 right here saying go find this other file for the way you want the output to look. And now I have the sum of 5 and 6 equals 11. Those are extremely useful when you're developing codes, especially when you're passing them off to somebody and they're going to pull data from it. And so I hope that you get a lot of success with utilizing fprintf within your codes, and I'll see you next time.